Salvete discipuli. In this video, we will read the final installment of the story Matrona Ephesia. The soldier is in serious trouble because the family of one of the crucified ones was able to steal the body from the cross and bury it. Is there any way that the lady and the soldier can still live happily ever after? Dixit se nec expectaturum sententiam sed gladio suo ius dicturum ignavi suae. He said that. Okay, so this is the soldier speaking to the lady. He has explained to the lady what happened, and now he's going to explain to her that, in fact, he's not even going to wait to get caught. When that other soldier goes back and reports the fact that there's a missing body from one of those crosses, he knows he's going to get executed. So he's basically going to tell her that he's going to just go ahead and kill himself with his own sword, because why even wait? It's inevitable. So we have an indirect statement construction with two future participles. Okay, so this urum ending here is the mark of the future. So you'll translate it as either would do something or to be about to do something. So he said that he, say, is the subject of the indirect statement. What he would do, expectaturum, is would wait. Now we have nec, which is a negative. So nec expectaturum, that he would not wait. Now what would he not wait for? Sententiam, the sentence. That is to say, the sentence of death that he will receive because he was negligent in his duty. Okay? So he said that he would not wait for the sentence, but said that he would. Okay, so we have another future participle. So this idiom here, ius dicturum, that he would pronounce the judgment. That is to say, he is going to himself issue the sentence, okay? He's not going to wait for the sentence. He's going to issue the sentence, as it were. The sentence of what? The sentence of his inactivity. Now, it needs to be said that it's not so much that he was inactive as he was active in ways that he should not have been and in places he should not have been, such that he was not able to adequately guard those crosses. So, that he would pronounce the judgment of his inactivity, gladio suo, with his own sword. So that is to say, he is going to kill himself rather than wait to be executed for what he has done. Mulier erat non minus misericors quam pudica. The lady was, mulier erat, what was she? Nec minus, no less. No less what? Misericors, tender-hearted. No less tender-hearted, quam pudica, than virtuous. Okay, so she genuinely loves him now, and she has a plan. Nec istud inquit dii sinant, ut eodem tempore spectem duo funera, duorum hominum carissimorum mihi. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to move the inquit to the front just to get it out of the way. She said, and so the rest of what we have here is her quote. She said, desinant. Okay, now desinant would mean may the gods allow. But we've got this negative, so may the gods not allow. May the gods not allow what? Istud, this. Okay, so what she's saying is, may the gods not allow this, and the this is what she's about to say. May the gods not allow this, namely, ut, that, eodem tempore, in the same time, spectem, I may watch. I may watch what? Duo funera, the two funerals. The two funerals of whom? Duorum hominum carissimorum mihi. The two funerals of the two men, carissimorum mihi, most dear to me. Okay, so she's already watched one funeral, her husband who died, and now she's saying, may the gods not allow this, that in the same time I may watch two funerals. So in other words, if now he gets executed or kills himself, she has to yet again watch a funeral of a man most dear to her. May the gods not allow this. And then now here's her plan. Ego malo mortuum impendere, quam vivum occidere. I prefer, malo means to prefer, I prefer mortuum impendere, to hang the dead one. That is to say, her dead husband. I mean, his body's right here. I prefer to hang the dead one, quam, occidere, the infinitive to kill, vivum, than to kill the living one. So her plan is, if the problem is a missing body, we have a body. We have the body of my dead husband. If we were to go nail his body up on that cross, then you see when the guard arrives, nothing is amiss. He sees that there is a body on every one of the crosses. Secundum hanc orationem iubet ex arca corpus mariti sui tolli, atque in cruce quae vacabat affigi. According to this speech, secundum hanc orationem, iubet, she orders. Now this is present tense, okay? She orders. Now, with this verb iubet, you order someone to do something. Now, in this case, we are going to have two passive infinitives, okay? So she's going to order something to be taken, and she's going to order something to be crucified, okay? So she orders corpus mariti sui. She orders the body of her husband. Mariti sui here, this is genitive, okay? So of her husband. She orders the body of her husband, toli, to be taken. Tolere, to take, toli, to be taken, passive infinitive. She orders the body of her husband to be taken ex arca, out of the coffin, okay? And atque, and then we're going to run to affigi, again a passive infinitive, to be crucified. To be crucified where? In cruce, on the cross. Which cross? The in cruce quae vacabat, which was empty. Posteroque die populus miratus est, qua ratione mortuus isset in crucem. Okay, so ablative of time, and on the next day, populus miratus est, the people wondered. Okay, so this is the perfect tense of a deponent verb. Okay, the people wondered. Now, when we say the people, what we mean is the neighboring peoples of this region. Okay, so we're not talking about Romans. We're talking about the people who actually live here in Ephesus. These people know the dead husband. Okay, so that's why the people wondered. Qua ratione. Okay, literally by which reason, but by which reason basically comes to mean just why. Okay, so the people wondered why mortuus, the dead one. Okay, so again, they know this guy, and they're like, wait, he died. We watched his funeral. He got put in that crypt. Now he's up on that cross. What's going on here? Now, you might wonder, why did they not immediately go tell the Romans, hey, something weird's going on. A guy that I saw get put in a crypt is now up on a cross. Well, the reason they're not going to go tell the Romans that is they probably were able to pretty quickly figure this whole thing out. And the fact is, they're not going to be collaborators. They're not going to turn her in, because she's going to get in trouble too. So even though they're wondering why the dead one isset was, this is a imperfect subjunctive, why the dead one was on the cross, they're not going to say anything about it. And so the final sentence of this extraordinarily weird story, mulier et miles multos annos laete fini verunt. The woman and the soldier literally finiverunt, they finished. Okay, so multos annos is accusative plural. They finished many years happily. And this is the Latin idiom. This is how in Latin you say, and they lived happily ever after.